Hi guys, it's been a little while. How are you doing? How have you been? How's life treating you? I can't lie to you guys, I'm actually extremely tired today. I just barely finished a shoot. That's why I'm in full glam. But something I noticed as I was driving home is that this tired is a different type of tired than I've had the last 2 weeks. The last 2 weeks, so many things have been happening to the point where it felt comical. But not only that, more than that, it didn't just feel comical. It felt like it couldn't be coincidence. It felt meaningful. Things were so hard that it felt like it had to have a purpose or meaning behind it. I've never had so many things kind of stack up on top of each other, especially in a moment that's so pivotal to me. This moment for me and my family is the hardest we've gone through in a very long time, or maybe we'll go through for a very long time, because it's the moment that we knew we were going to run out of money. I am an entrepreneur, and I quit my job a year and a half ago, and my partner quit his job about 2 years ago to pursue our dreams, to pursue a life that works on our timing. We had, of course, started our journey much earlier than when we quit. We quit when we knew that things were looking like actually possible for us to really gain money, and things were kind of finally getting prepared. But we started this journey about 6 to 7 years ago, this entrepreneurial journey. And we knew that this day would come eventually. We knew we would get to the point where money had run out and the savings was depleted, the credit cards were used, and we would have to kind of dig ourselves out, but in the best way, right? In a way of, it had to happen. It has to happen because it's forcing us to do everything we said we were going to do. It's forcing us to get into a different mindset of buying time while we build skill and learn knowledge and shift into full action and trial and error, and a place where there's no shame in that trial and error, right? What else do we have to lose at this point? It's like we have to figure it out. So it's pushing us to really get into the game and step into the abundance we've been asking for. But on the outside looking in, and even to me, this has been the hardest thing I've had to deal with. On top of all this, of this being this time that money is running out, my son got sick twice, I got sick twice, and my partner ruptured his Achilles tendon, leaving him unable to really walk effectively. And then on top of that as well, I got a contract that I expected to be a lot easier than it was. And I guess not even necessarily easier, but less of a time commitment. So things have felt overwhelming, extremely overwhelming. And again, it really got to the point where I realized that it can't be this overwhelming for nothing. This is not just random. There's a reason why all of this is coming down on me all at once. When you go through tough things, to gain power back, you need to try and alchemize those things. You need to try and look at the situations that you're in and transform them into something beautiful, and find a way to find gratitude for these tough situations that you're going through. It can be really hard. And trust me, there's things that I haven't gone through that I can't tell you to alchemize, really traumatic, tough things, I don't feel right telling you to alchemize something I don't have any experience doing. But what I can tell you is if you've been going through some difficult things, there has been meaning behind it. And again, you can choose not to believe that. But for me, I really do. And it helps me to get through these difficult things and really get the lesson from them instead of resenting them and waiting for them to be over. I think that these difficulties have been preparing us to step into the greatest version of ourselves, to let go of any past habits that we were still clinging on to let go of any past personality traits. And I mean, I guess I really like habits as a word here, because just things that you thought you grew fully out of, and you have grown out of them quite a lot. Don't get me wrong, you've grown out of them to the point that it had to take this tower moment of extreme everything falling apart for it even to reveal that part of you. You've grown so much, you've been doing so much inner work that you wouldn't have even been able to see this part of you if it had just been any regular thing, because you have gotten to this point where things don't really bother you. Things can't really get you off your track and off kilter very frequently anymore. So things had to fall apart to show you what was still left inside, in order to not shame you, but to help you let it go. To let go of past habits, to let go of past patterns that you would revert back to, past comfort zones, so that you could fully move into this person that you've become. And it's no longer that you're becoming that person. There's been a shift. There's been a real, genuine shift. In the middle of all this chaos, there's been a shift of you becoming this person that you've always wanted to be. You are that person now. And so this shedding of who you once were was necessary. It's purifying. It's cleansing. It's allowing you to be that greatest version of yourself. Look at what has happened to you, and then look at the way you've reacted. I had certain times where I was complaining. I had certain times where I was thinking it wasn't going to work. I had certain times where I was worried about what other people were going to think about me if I didn't reach that level of perfection that I always wanted to reach. And whoa, look at all that. Look at all that stuff that it revealed that I didn't really realize I still had going on. This last week for me has all been a reminder of nothing can change what you already know. And if you know you're going to be successful, it's a deep inner knowing. If you know these things are going to work out for you, if you know your belief system that you've cultivated over many years has truth, then there's nothing that anyone can say or do or feel about you that can change that knowing. That's the lesson I had to learn this week. There was a woman that approached me at Core Power Yoga. That's a place where I do my yoga instructing. And it was a woman that had never been there before. And I'm sure I'll never see her again, because I think that she canceled her membership after our interaction. But she was really pressing her beliefs onto me. She interjected into a conversation and really pressed her beliefs onto me. And I was telling to her that I really believe that there's truth in all religions. And she was just like, no, I don't agree with you. And those oracle cards that you use are of the devil and all these different things. And this is what I do every day. So there was a big part of me that was sitting there like, girl, I talk to God every day. Like he lives within me. So there's really nothing you can say that's going to make me thrown off of that belief. And at that moment, I had an aha. I realized I should feel this way with everything. I feel this way with my belief system, that I know that there's truth to what I've seen and heard and felt. And I always remain open to what other people say, but I will never allow somebody to tell me I'm wrong in what my experience is. But that also has to go into if you're worried about what people are going to think if you fail, or if you succeed and you fail. Get rid of being worried about what other people think. Get rid of it. For me, that was the biggest thing that was revealed of that. Like, there was still little hints of that within me. And I'm ready to release it to God. I'm ready to let go of it. So whatever it is that has been happening to you, try and find what lesson it's trying to teach you or what it's trying to reveal within you. And also remember that when these tough things happen, they also are the best way for us to learn how to have faith. Because when these things happen to us, you must have faith to keep going forward. You must have that deep inner knowing, which is all kind of within one another. This deep inner knowing, that faith, is the same as having that deep inner knowing within yourself to the point that you don't care about what other people have to say to you, because you have a knowing, you know. And so it's like if someone were to tell you the sky is actually pink and it's been pink your whole life, you'll be like, no, it's not, it's blue. Like, I've seen it a million times, I know. So it wouldn't bother you if someone was like, it's pink, it's pink. You'd be like, okay, they're a little bit, like, they're going a little bit extra on this. So you wouldn't attribute it to you. So this is just a reminder to not take things personally, to really maintain faith, and to expect great things, because great things are coming for you. It's better than you could have ever imagined. And so many people in this collective have been talking about how there was going to be a breakdown before the breakthrough, and how there was this moment of forced rest that happened before that breakdown. And if you have alignment with that, if you found that you had that forced rest, if you found that you then had that breakdown, then guess what? Alignment doesn't stop there. You are fully aligned, and that means that you're going to get the part that is the breakthrough. So just keep pushing. Keep pushing, and remember why you're doing it. Remember that the dark times can only last so long. The sun always comes back around, okay? This spring is a bloom. We're in winter, right? But it's ending. I'm seeing that this year there's going to be this shift that aligns with the seasons. I'm telling you. Something wonderful is coming, better than you've ever experienced or ever imagined. The things that you've been building on for so many years are finally going to come to fruition. Now, will you enjoy the fruits of their labor? Some, but I think that the main thing is going to be about actually harvesting that fruit. It's time to harvest the fruit of your labor. It's time to step into who you are. You have shifted. You are that person now. Life's going to get a lot better for you. And if things have been hard and dark, just know that they can't be dark forever. That there was a reason for the darkness. That it was to prepare you for this light. Because you can't walk into this light with the same habits that you had before. It's time to identify them and let go. Let go. It's time to let go of them. I love you guys so much. 1313 when I said that. I just want you to know that things are going to be good. I want you to not give up. Because even when we make mistakes, if we give up, there's no chance. There's no chances at it going back to being a good thing for you if you give up. But if you do make mistakes, and you come back and you take accountability for those mistakes, that don't let them eat you up, but take accountability from them and move forward to become an even better person than you were before, to become an even stronger, greater. Perseverance and persistence and resilience are traits that God loves, because they show faith and they show hope. It's not about how many times you get pushed down. It's about how many times you get back up to go pursue everything that you want to be. Life's going to get easier here soon. And not only easier, but better than you've ever imagined. You just have to keep the faith. All my love goes to you guys. Keep pushing. Don't give up. Nobody's going to be upset that you make mistakes. They're not going to throw you away or think that you're a bad person or not want to work with you or any of these things. As long as you just pick yourself back up and try again. You'll learn that that's actually how you really become better. Nobody expects perfection. None of us are perfect. We're human. You're going to be everything that you want to be. Everything that you ever dreamed of, as long as you don't give up on that dream. As long as you trust that something, somewhere, somehow is helping you with that dream and wants to conspire with you. I want to conspire with you. That's why I'm showing up on your feed today. Please subscribe to me if you want to get more messages like this. They're just going to get better and better because I'm not really the one speaking. God and the universe speaks through me. My angels, my guides, my higher self speaks through me. And I just need to get good at communicating what it is that wants to be said. But this is going to get better and better because there's going to be messages that are going to really stand out to you. There's going to be mindset shifts that will help you get to that goal. Because I do believe that my mission here is to help you guys achieve the goals that you have. And to see that this life is something that can be so beautiful and fun and fulfilling. And everything you've ever wished for or dreamed is not in vain. I hope you guys have a great night. And I will see you very soon. We're going to get back on our posting grind. I also need to know, like, what is a good amount of posts. I'm just going to go with the flow with it. But if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. Let me know how your weeks are going in the comments. Let me know if things have started to pick back up and look actually, like, happy for you. I want to know one good thing that happened to you this week that makes you hopeful, that makes you want to keep pushing forward. Have a good night, you guys.